What's the number of illegal immigrants that have entered into this country over the last 4 years? Let's guess. What do you think it is?
Millions.
Yeah, 100%.
Millions.
10 million? Maybe 12.
Maybe 12.
What do you think it is, Jamie?
I saw those fucking lines.
They don't even know, by the way. They're just guessing. They're just guessing. They're not counting them all.
I don't know how to find that number even.
Just try to Google
No,
it.
I get. I've tried this before. You can't. I don't know how to differentiate illegal versus legal, and they don't really tell you either, because they have to figure it out themselves. You're allowed to cross.
Well, they're trying to make everybody legal. That's part of the hustle. The hustle is make everybody documented.
See, when I typed in illegal immigrants entering U.S. 2023, this is what it says. It says there's arrivals of migrants without prior authorization, which I guess that I don't know if that's even illegal. I don't know.
So in 1 year, arrival of ports of entry migrants, but that's ports of entry. That's not like coming in through the border.
Right.
Coming in through the border.
That's like doing a homeless count in LA.
Right.
Like, how do you?
Why
really
don't you
know?
Google this? How many illegal immigrants sneak through the border? Just Google that.
How would you know that?
I don't know. Google it. How many illegal immigrants? But just do it in my language. Do it. How many illegal immigrants sneak through the border? Write that.
Sneaked or
sneak through the border. Let's see what's up. Record numbers. Okay, this is real recent. December 24th. Click on that. What's it say?
It said something 50,000, but I don't. It still is like.
How many per day?
I don't know.
50,000? No, it can't be that much, is it? That's crazy.
I'm not gonna see that number now.
What does it say?
What
happened? There was a number. There it goes. Okay. In just the last 5 days, Border Patrol processed nearly 50,000 Whoa, 5 days. Who entered the U.S. illegally, with daily apprehensions surpassing 10,000 thrice, up from the 6,400 average last month. According to federal data obtained by CBS News, roughly 1,500 immigrants are being processed each day at official border crossings under the Biden program powered by a phone app.
But that's not sneaking across. That's why I was like, that's not answering the question you asked.
It says, but they are. It says entering the U.S. illegally.
But they're processed. So
Right.
It's not sneaking.
Right, but they still made it across illegally. They entered in illegally. That's just what I'm saying. I'm saying sneaking in, but that's really what it is. They're processing anybody, but they're just letting them go. This is what's crazy. They're processing you, but it's bullshit. They don't say you have to go back. There's no going back. You go in. They give you a phone. They give you money.
A phone?
Yeah, some places they're giving people phones. And so let's say if it's, go back to that, it's past 10,000, it said past 10,000 thrice. So let's just say it's 50,000. So 10,000 a day. If it's 10,000 a day daily, if that's the high end. Let's assume that they're not counting them all, and a lot of them sneak through. 10,000. That's 3,650,000 a year. That's a lot.
Now, how am I when I read all this shit and I hear all this shit, how am I supposed to feel?
If it really is 10,000 a day, that is fucking bananas.
But think about it. How am I supposed to feel? I'm an immigrant.
How am I supposed to feel?
I got to hear this shit all day long, and I feel terrible about this shit.
I would do it.
But do you see the lines of the people that are fucking coming through?
It's nuts.
And, listen, I don't know if a lot of people know this shit. Sanitation, police, all this shit in New York, there's no overtime. Mm-hmm. Because all that budget has gone to the migrants.
Yeah.
And the migrants are not happy.
No.
They're losing their fucking mind.
Well, they thought they were going to get jobs.
Yeah.
They were told they were going to get jobs. They're trying to start families. There's nothing there for them. Now they're homeless.
And,
why do we come out here to be homeless?
The sanctuary cities, now, I don't even know. New York City is a sanctuary city?
Yes.
Okay. Whoever made that didn't check with the people.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever said we're a sanctuary city in New York City didn't check with the people in the community.
You know what it is? It's just letting everybody know you're not racist. You're not racist. You have no problem with immigrants.
Well, we're not racist.
We're not, of course.
We're not racist, but I see that my friend who's got 2 children that depends on overtime from the sanitation department can't get it. He's a supervisor. He lost thousands in fucking salaries.
Because it's all going to this...
To the migrant thing. And cops, no overtime. So this is what this is doing, And this just isn't New York. It's got to be in all the
Chicago.
big cities.
Chicago
Houston,
has a big problem with it.
Texas,
Yeah.
Houston, And what comes from this? You don't know. Again, we're going back to the Marielle thing. I don't know who the fuck is coming in.
Yeah.
I don't know if they raped 22 women. I don't know if they raped 22 boys.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're perfect fucking citizens.
Right.
We don't know these
We
things.
don't know.
So this was just something. Listen, when I think of politics, I don't get involved, Joe Rogan, because it scares me. The only thing that doesn't scare me is how a man can have 20,000 indictments and still lead the presidential fucking in our country. This is why America's America. How can fucking somebody have 92 fucking indictments? He's in New York yelling yesterday.
Yeah.
But he still has 50% of the fucking country on lockdown. Right? Isn't that like he's beaten Nikki Haley and the other guy?
Well, because it appears that they're prosecuting him for political purposes.
Yes, they are. I mean, I'm not a political guy, and I'm telling you, they just keep fucking throwing things at this
They're
poor
throwing
guy.
things at him also that don't make sense. Like we talked about the Mar-a-Lago thing a bunch of times, where they tried to say that he overvalued Mar-a-Lago, and the judge said it's worth $18 million. Nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks that. There's not a fucking human alive that thinks that place is only worth $18 million.
Did you see who raised his hand this week?
Who?
Sammy the Bull.
What'd he say?
Talking about fucking Trump. He's great. We can never corrupt him. The mafia can never.
The Italians love Trump.
Who?
The Italians. They love
He's
Trump.
uncorruptible. He was saying it the other day. I'm like sitting there scratching my head going, fucking Sammy's a savage.
Yeah.
He's a savage.
Yeah, this is a strange time because there's people that are trying to paint everybody that's supporting Trump as being a white supremacist or a racist or an anti-immigration person or anti-human rights person. You want to vote in a dictator. They're trying to say the most ridiculous versions of what most of it is, because what most of it is people that are fed up. They're fed up with the open border. They're fed up with the increasing government scrutiny on things like social media. They're fed up with the influence that big companies have over the things you do and don't do in this country. They're fed up with us being in these fucking wars, constantly being involved in wars. And they know that Trump was one of the few guys that when he was in office, we didn't get into more wars. We didn't. They did do a great job of stopping ISIS. They did a lot of things with the economy that seemed to have been working. I'm not an economist. I'm not the guy to have this conversation with. If you want to talk about policies and what's effective, it's not effective. I'll tell you what's not effective. What's going on right now? What's going on right now is not good. And you want to continue this, you're out of your fucking mind. You look at the just sheer raw numbers of dollars that we sent to other countries this year. That